John, obviously the last couple of days we've talked a lot about Cam York. He was sent down today. What ultimately went into the decision to send him down to the minors? We had a meeting today, coaching managers. We just feel it's the best thing for him right now in his process. Yeah, I think sometimes when people are sent to the minor leagues, that you're kind of throwing them away. I think it's a perfect situation for him to go down there and play. It's a great league to train in. Still a young man playing I think it's the toughest position. I think goaltending is the most important. Defense is the toughest to play. So this is, to me, with a new coaching staff coming in, it's part of the process for him with us in trying to get him the end goal to be that player that we think he can be in the National Hockey League.
At the end of last season, Chuck talked about how he brings things exactly what this team needs.
Yeah.
And he was our first ever draft pick, Brandon Chucks.
Yeah.
Did that make it even tougher that it seems like he can help you guys with some of the skills that he brings?
Yeah, well, that's the thing that York and I have discussed through camp is there's so many God-given abilities he have that other players don't. We want to try to get to it. I don't think we got to it. And that's part of my responsibility. I don't think we got to the abilities where he could help us right now with our defensive core. And for me, with Yorkie, it's not the physical skills. I think it's the mental skills. I think it's him learning to, first of all, wanting to be a guy that's going to make a difference, and then being the player to make a difference. Just remember, guys, this is a young man playing a really important position in our game. This isn't bad. This is process of building a team. And we feel he's going to be a very important part of this team when we find our way. When we find our way, I have no idea. But this is the right thing for Yorkie.
You talked about a second ago about this is a lot of it for him. You think is mental, that the skill is there. Are there adjustments that he needs to make from a preparation and attitude standpoint to achieve that, that mental baseline?
Yeah. I think that's just what it is. I've talked about since I've been here about how you present yourself as a player, your attitude on the ice, the mental toughness of it, and I haven't seen that, and it doesn't surprise me. These are young men we're talking about, and some mature quicker than others. This is why he goes down and plays a ton of minutes. He'll get chased around down there. It's a great training league and playing through traffic and all the things that he can improve at. So to me, I know it seems like he's a high pick and it's a big deal. We're sending him down. I don't think it is. I think it's the right thing to do. And I think it's so important that these decisions that are made are for the right reason. To help this organization win. We can't talk about winning without doing things to win. And to me, this is a real small one in trying to find a way to win in a young man that we project to be part of that winning team. Right now, he's going to do it down there. And hopefully we'll see him soon.
Tyson Forster was another high draft pick who got sent down. Young kid, 20 years old. What were your impressions of him?
Had a good camp. I really like him. We need skill. He can score goals. My message to him in our meeting today when we talked with him, it's our job as coaches to teach him play away from the puck, but I don't want to get in his way with his offensive part. We need to get him scoring down there. He'll get a ton of minutes. I thought he had a really good camp, but not here right now. Not here playing in and out of the lineup. Maybe playing a few here. It's wrong for his development, and so that American League is such a great league to develop your players in. And guys, we have to develop our players. We have to develop a foundation of players if we want to get this back to where we need to be.
If you had injuries during the season, would you be reluctant to call him up as a?
Depends on how he's playing. It's a hard question, Sam. I don't know. He may stink down there. If he's playing well and we need help, it's a constant conversation with Lappy and I, who's playing the best. And so I can't make those decisions now. It's when we get going and when and if we do have injuries, who's playing the best down there. It's a little bit of, what you're talking like it's a little bit of accountability. Nothing's for free, and no matter how much you make, who you are, draft pick, stature, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. I think we have to get down the road as far as who's supposed to be here, who earned their spot here, is here. Very fluent with our lineup. It's going to be very fluent with our players because I don't think there's no locks in probably half the team here as far as I'm concerned. So it can be very fluent with us in the minor league team.
Going back to Cam York, you mentioned the words mental toughness that you want to see more of. When it comes to defining that mental toughness, what are you looking for on the ice, off the ice? I'm still trying to get to know him. I don't want to change his personality. I think he's a pretty laid-back kid. It seems like that. I don't want to change his personality. I just like him to change his personality on the ice. I want him to take control of games. I think he has ability to make more of a difference. And I want him to attack the game. And attacking the game isn't banging for him. It's using his legs to get us out of the end zone. I think with some of his ability, he could be a breakout for us. Just get the puck and go. I don't want him just slapping the puck away and getting rid of the puck. There's so many different aspects of the game that I think comes down to him concentrating, I'm going to be the best guy out here. I'm going to be that player that's going to make the difference here when the momentum has changed. It's coming at us. I'm going to get going the other way. Those are all things that I consider mental toughness. You use the word toughness, and everybody thinks it's banging, fighting. Mental toughness to me is handling situations and taking control of it. I've not seen that. And this is a kid that spent all summer long. I know it's there. Spent all summer long here preparing for camp. Okay, this is tough for him, but it's there somewhere. We have not gotten it from him yet. He has not shown us yet. So we go about it this way, and eventually we'll find the way.
How did he take the news, John?
You'll have to ask him. He was very quiet with me. We were very honest with him with our assessment. He knows how we feel about him. And to me, those meetings are, like I told you, to me, it's a positive meeting, although it's kind of sucks for you. But we gave him, I felt we were all honest with him and honest with him of what the improvement we need out of him, but honest with him we project him to be. I think that's important that he hangs his hat on that too. So you'll have to talk to him how he took it.
With York going down, you guys are left with essentially 9 defensemen on the roster that are projected. So 2 of them are Igor Zamol and Ronnie Adder. Are they around more because of the injury concerns surrounding Ristolainen and Provorov, or do they have legitimate shots of being on the final roster? Yeah,
they have a little bit of both. Yeah, I think they. Again, I still think it's very fluent. I still think they're going to need work, and it'll probably be in the minors. But if you think I'm sending down Adder today after what he did last night and fought Johnson, you're out of your mind. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. It's the care level. It's the determination of a game. Yorkie, where I think he's kind of feeling his way through, where Adder has had a great camp, I still think needs work. I think will probably see some time in the minors. But high marks last night standing in there. Those are important things to me in watching players. It's not always what you see as far as skill, goals, assists, and all that. It's those intangibles. There'll be some guys that still need work. And like I said, I think it's ever fluent as far as with the minor leagues, especially at that, really quite a few positions on our team.
So you went over and patted Ronnie on the back. when he got to the bench? It seemed like you really appreciated what he did.
Yeah, I did. I wish. I think someone else should have fought him. But I don't think you could see it happening. The guys were on the ice that were supposed to fight one another, but Johnson ended up going at him. I wish a couple of guys got in there before he had to fight him, but he stood right in there, and that's important stuff. It may seem a little foolish. That's important stuff, at least to this coaching staff and us developing a team that we want to develop.
I guess changing gears to the forwards, you guys are left with 14 healthy forwards, not including Joel Farabee. Is this group of 14 very possibly going to be the 14 you guys roll with?
I'm still not sure. Yeah. I think we have until Monday. Yeah. Not sure. We still got to wait on some health. I think Joel's Thursday. What's today? Wednesday. I think tomorrow he sees the doctor. We'll see. Yeah. There may be some other things going on prior to that as far as, again, it's so, there are a number of positions, although we just got to get to some practice groups here now. Things could change because there's not locks on all these positions by any means.
Will this practice time give you a chance to do some work on things like maybe shootouts or power play, a little more in the power play?
Yeah.
But their shootout percentage is terrible, as you probably know. So
yeah, the shootout isn't a real top of my list right now. We're going to learn how to defend. We're going to learn our structure away from the puck, which I think is so ever important. Our forechecking. We got some offensive concepts. I mean, shootouts are. I get it. I know it's a crappy shootout, but we got other things to worry about prior to that. Power play is going to be one. I think it's going to be very important. I think we're going to have to grind to score goals. I think our power play is going to be key to kicking some goals for us along the way. We're not winning games 4-1, 5-1, 4-2. I just don't think we are. We're gonna be in some close games. If we defend the proper way, I think it gives us a chance to be in these games, and hopefully a power play goal kicks one over. I think there's going to be some close games in us competing.
The big battle.
50-50 look at your goalies, or their two goalies last night. What did you see from them, and I guess how much of it is a tight race versus the injuries playing a part in still keeping them healthy?
Yeah, keeping the goalies. Yeah, we're just not sure of the health of all of them. You know, with Carter, we're hopeful that he's coming along, and the other goalies are kind of nicked up. I'm not exactly sure where it all falls. It's Erson. I don't think has he let a goal in?
Three.
Huh?
Three.
Yeah. Well, there's some competition there, and especially with Carter not in the net. Just trying to be careful there. I'm not sure what happens there, and I'm not being evasive. I just don't know. I don't know about a lot of things with our positions still. Goaltending right on up through. But we're going to have to figure it out here before Thursday. Is that our first game?
Oh, Thursday's first game.
Yeah.
Kind of as a follow-up on the goalie question. Do you have any updates on Felix Sandstrom's health? And if he is healthy, would he be the backup?
Not sure. Not sure on both. I know he's feeling better. That with goaltenders, especially the way they have to move side to side and all that, we just want to be. But in talking to him, I haven't talked to the trainers. He feels good today, so I'm not sure on either way. I'm not sure who the backup's going to be, and I'm still not sure on all the health of them.
Last year, part of why they brought in Martin Jones was because of his experience, and maybe could, help teach Carter some things. Are you still looking at that when it comes to like Carter's experience versus some of the younger guys? Not really. We're gonna let it fall as it may in their play. I think Dilly. I'm really impressed with Dilly. This is the first time I met him over the summer, and the work he does. I think they're in good hands with him. As I've said, it's a really tough city for goalies. There's a lot of pressure on these guys. I think a lot of that falls on us as coaches and players to be better in front of them, to give them a chance. And
I just can't give you a solid answer as far as who the goalie is going to be. But it's not so much mentoring Carter. I think Dilly's doing the work there. He's the one that's going to deal with him. His thing is the mental part of it. It's got the ability. Now it's the mental part of it.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, guys.